Today's topic is report writing. The first question is, what is report writing? So let's have an introduction. A report is a formal document that elaborates on a topic using facts, charts, and graphs to support its arguments and findings. So, what is a report? It's a formal document. It's not going to be a part of informal communication, and you use different facts, charts, graphs, and figures to elaborate and to discuss your findings during an experiment, during a survey, and then you analyze those findings and give your recommendations. So these are all the parts of a report. In easy words, you can say that a report is a means to convey some information to others. It is organized, factual, objective presentation of information. When we say organized, I mean since that it follows a systematic pattern. Objective means that it should not be influenced by our personal feelings, or we should be unbiased in our presentation of the data. Report is a comprehensive document and covers all aspects of the subject matter of study. Why do we write reports, or what is the importance of report writing? First of all, it's a decision-making tool. Secondly, if you want to evaluate something, there is a problem, there is a situation, and you want to evaluate it, so you go for report writing. Thirdly, it can be used for professional improvement. And fourth one is that it's a quick source of problem solving, because the problem is in front of you in the form of report, and all the points are there, you know the findings, and then there are recommendations also at the end. So it's easy to not only to find out the problem, but then quickly solve that problem. Objectives and purposes of report writing. Report writing is used to present a record of accomplished work, and if you have done an experiment, you can record it. Further, you can record the findings and technical specification related to a survey or to an experiment. After that, you can record schedules and timetables for a long-term plan. It's also used to record current status of a project that is already ongoing. And you can also clarify complex information for future references. You can also present information to a large number of people, and further this information is organized, and you can also give recommendations to solve a problem. The last point is that you can present the fact in an unbiased manner. Previously, we talked about objective. So objective means that you don't write your own feelings, you don't write your own beliefs, rather, you present all the facts that are in an unbiased, neutral manner. Here, you find the characteristics of report writing that are simplicity, clarity, brevity. Brevity means to be brief and avoid unnecessary points. Positivity, your approach should be positivity, and punctuation should be correct. Then the approach again means that you are going to have to be very positive or neutral in report writing. Readability, that it's easy for the audience, for the readers to read it. Accuracy means that the facts and figures that are presented in the report are quite accurate and there is no error. Logical sequence means that all the points that you have discussed in the report writing, they should follow one another, and they should follow logically each other. A presentation should be well organized, and it should be easily understandable by your audience. Categories of report writing. Now we are going to discuss different classes of report writing. We have informative reports, periodic and special reports, oral and written reports, formal and informal reports, analytical reports, and then long and short reports, individual and group reports. Let's discuss all the types of reports one by one. First of all, we have informative reports, and these reports are written to inform readers about a topic or an event. These reports help to increase readers' knowledge about the topic, to bring readers up to date with information. For example, there is a new project that a company wants to initiate. So first of all, they will make a report about all the information related to that project and then share with the desired audience. Information reports are generally written in the present tense because it is not something that had been done in the past. It contains detailed information of an event without analysis or recommendations. Example of informative reports can be annual reports, progress reports, statement of policies and procedures, and etc. Then we have periodic and special reports because they are opposite to each other, so we have put them at one point. Periodic report is a written document that summarizes the events that have occurred since the last period the report was written. So normally in a company or at any workplace, we have periodic reports that are bi-monthly or after 3 months or after 4 months, that follows a sequence, and after a certain period of time, the reports are written. Periodic reports focuses on number, and these may be prepared daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, or annually to see the progress. Special reports. Special reports are the reports that are prepared and presented not as a matter of routine but with some special events. This is prepared on the basis of some inquiry or investigation either by a single individual or by a body or a committee or a subcommittee, a commission specially formed and entrusted with the duty. So the difference is that periodic reports are made regularly, whereas special reports are made only when you need it. Then we have oral and written reports, and obviously they are the opposite of each other. Oral reports have immediate feedback is possible here, and audience need to understand quickly when these are presented. And then for oral reports, you cannot refer to it again and again since it was oral, so there is no documentation of that, and then it has less professional value. Whereas written reports don't have immediate feedback because you need time to write the response, and then audience can ponder over these reports, they can think about it, they can understand it on their own pace. You can edit, review, or store written reports. There is a proper record for the written reports. And because there is a proper record for written reports, so it has more professional value. After this, we have formal and informal reports. So, like formal and informal communication, it's just the same. The formal report is an official report that contains detailed information, research, and data necessary to make business decisions. These reports are long and they have a detailed structure. They can be internal or external, and the types are annual report, safety report, incident report. Whereas informal reports are usually in the form of person-to-person communication, and it doesn't follow any specific procedure directed by an organization. These reports are short and are less structured, less organized, usually used for internal communication. Memos, emails are different examples of informal reports. Now we are moving towards analytical report. So what is an analytical report? This report goes a step beyond presenting results. Analytical reports present results, analyze those descriptive, and draw conclusion based on these results. So here we are not just going to present our findings that were taken during an experiment or during a survey, but rather we analyze those findings and then we give recommendations. So these have more depth than the descriptive reports. These reports attempt to describe how and why something happened. So it's not only the description of the event, but we go to answer such questions how and why something happened, and then to explain what it means. These analytical reports suggest which opinion, action, and procedure is the best, and then explain the potential results of a particular course of action. Analytical reports can be formal or informal, but the difference is that they have more depth. Afterwards, we have short and long reports. A short report is also called informal report, and then it's often more than a single page of statement containing facts and figures in the most concise manner. A short report is like memorandum and does not need a cover. This style of report is often casual and relaxed. The style of writing includes use of first person such as I and we. So for short reports, we usually follow the structure of memo as we have earlier discussed, because it consists of memo and email writing. Whereas a long report is sometimes referred to as a formal document. A long report always has a title, introduction, body, and then conclusion. Later on in your BS advanced semesters, you are going to write some reports. It's always more than 1 page in length. It sometimes contains a covering letter that mentions all the details that are included in the long report. And at the end of the long report, there is bibliography and appendix. So you put all the references that you have taken from different sources. It's common to have a long report printed and bound with hardcover, and the tone is in a long report is restrained and somber. Somber means serious. And then we have individual and group reports. Individual reports are made by one person, whereas group reports, a whole team is involved here. So coming towards individual, it's a report made by a single person. Decisions are taken by that single person.
It's
and
10 o'clock.
Individual report consume less time. They are based on limited information, whereas a group report is a report that is done by a combined effort of several people. Decisions are taken by a group of persons. Group report consume more time because many people are involved in making this, and they are based on extensive information gathered by a group of people. So it deals with more information because it's a teamwork. Now we have report writing format. Obviously, whenever we are writing email, memo, letters, or reports, we have to follow a specific format. We are going to talk about it now. A standard report writing format has the following main sections. There is a title section, then you have a summary, or you may call it an abstract, introduction, body, conclusion, recommendations, and at the end you have appendices. So in the title section, you just write the name of the author, writer, and the date of report preparation. Summary or abstract needs to be the summary of main points, conclusions, and recommendations, and it needs to be short, just like a paragraph, as it's a general overview of the report. And some people will read the summary and only skim the report, so make sure you include only the relevant information and don't skip any relevant point here. Introduction. The first page of the report needs to have an introduction. You need to give a definition of terms if you did not include these in the title section, and explain how the details of the reports are arranged and show the reader why the report is being made. So you introduce your topic completely here in the introduction section. Body. That is the main section of the report. Obviously, it's long because there needs to be several sections, maybe there are several chapters with each having a subtitle. Information is usually arranged in order of importance, with the most important information coming first, and then you go on towards the least important information. After writing the body, we have conclusion, and here it's just like a summary. Everything comes together. Keep this section free of jargon, as most people will read the summary and conclusion. Free of jargon means that you are not going to use technical terms, and try to be simple in your language when you are writing conclusion, because certain people search internet for those reports, they just go for summary and conclusion, and if it's relevant, they go for reading the whole report. Recommendations. This is what needs to be done in plain English. Explain your recommendations, putting them in order of priority or order of importance. At the end, we have appendices. This includes information that the experts in the field will read. It has the technical details that support your conclusion. So you put your data here, and if it was a survey or questionnaire, you put that questionnaire here. This is called appendices, and then you give bibliography. So this is all about your report